guys, Ray here from Journal with Ray, and welcome back to another Plan With Me video. Today I'm going to be planning out all of my July monthly pages, as well as my first weekly dashboard and daily pages for July 1st and 2nd. I'm really excited for my July setup because honestly, it's kind of refreshing. I've been in a journaling slump for the past couple days. I haven't really enjoyed the dailies I've been making. I haven't been super inspired by what I've been making. But making these July pages really inspired me to get back in the spirit of bullet journaling. Here you can see me working on my July cover. I am adding 2 yellow vintage looking photos that I found on Pinterest. I've been really inspired by the vintage-y kind of spreads I was doing for my June monthlies. Here I'm adding a little July title that I made on a piece of recycled envelope. And this next one I am gluing down is from my friend Whiskey Mug, Madeline. She sent that to me in our last pen pal letter. If you guys have been following me on Instagram or here on YouTube for a while, you know that washi tape is one of my bullet journal essentials. Here I'm using an orange washi tape that Maddie also sent me. Next I am moving on to a July calendar. Here I've already pre-sketched out what the calendar is going to look like, and I am just inking that with my Micron fine liner pen. You can see that right here I miscounted my boxes a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just going over it to make those last 4 days, which are the first 4 days of August. I'm just making those into boxes, but I will be putting washi tape over it so I know that those days aren't actually a part of the month of July. At the top here, I am just lettering the word July in this typewriter-esque font. Now I'm just adding the days of the week at the top of the calendar here. I use a standard Monday through Sunday calendar. Some people have asked me why I use the letter R for Thursday instead of like the letter T or like a TH. My university uses R on our schedules to make sure that we know which day we have our classes, and so I've just translated that into my everyday life as well. At the bottom here, I'm just listing out 1 through 31 for every single day of July, and down here I will write if I have an event or an exam or a lab due, anything like that, any important date I will write down here. Now I'm just going in with some orange grid washi tape and covering those first 4 days of August that I don't need to have on my calendar. I also like to layer washi, so here you can see me putting down a thinner piece of yellow washi tape over the orange grid washi tape. And now we are moving on to the habit tracker spread. You guys know that I've had a love-hate relationship with my habit trackers for a while, but I decided to do 4 habits this month like I did in June. This month I am tracking if I read it all, if I've posted on any of my Instagram accounts, if I've drank enough water that day, and if I've participated in any form of self-care. Usually I would go in with a ruler to draw all of these lines, but in all honesty, I just couldn't be bothered to go grab it and keep moving it for every single line I needed to make. So here I'm freehanding it. I know my freehand lines aren't perfect, but honestly, that's okay. I'm not perfect, and my bullet journal doesn't have to be either. Now I'm going back in with my fine liner Pigma Micron pen, and I am just lettering the word habits at the top, and then I will go in and write in the title of each habit I am tracking this month. I'm really into this font I am using this month. It reminds me of a typewriter or like a stamp you would see. I don't have any stamps, so I am trying to do it by hand, and I think I kind of pulled it off. Right now, I am just gluing down a couple photos I found on Pinterest. This first one is just text, and it says she was made of sunlight. The one I'm doing now is a picture of an eyelid covered in gold makeup. Now I'm going to use the same burnt orange and yellow washi tapes to frame this collage. Down here at the bottom, I am lettering a quote that says, "Darling, you are made of wildfire." I hadn't planned anything else to go on this page, but I wasn't really liking the empty space on the left side there, so I decided the quote would be fitting. Now I'm reaching for my zebra mild liner, and I'm going to highlight the title for each habit this month. I'm also going to go back and highlight the words wildfire from the quote at the bottom and some days on the left hand side of this spread. Now I'm just going to complete this habit tracker page by adding some washi under the title Habits at the top. I realized here that it was a little bit off center, so I just picked it up and moved it again. That's one of the best parts about washi tape, is that you can stick it again and again and it will be just fine. Now I am starting to work on two spreads that I've combined onto one page. I am doing my July to be read and my July brain dump. I recently watched Hello Rachel the First video that she did for her July setup, and she consolidated a lot of pages into 1 or 2 pages, and I was really inspired by that, so I decided to consolidate my to be read and my brain dump spreads because I really don't need a full page for both of these. This is where I ran into a little bit of trouble with the spread. I had a hard time picking a photo and a hard time laying it down, and all around I just didn't have a good time just making this part of the spread. But it was okay, it's all good, and right now I am creating a little brain dump header using a recycled envelope. Here I am writing the words brain dump, and I'm adding a little flare on the sides like I usually like to do on my spreads, and then I will stick that down here in just a second. I'm reaching for this burnt orange grid washi tape again. I'm going to use it as a background for the brain dump header. Sometimes when I glue down photos, the corners don't like to stay, so I like to add either washi tape to the side, or I go back in and specifically glue down the corners using my double-sided tape. Now I'm just finishing up the spread with adding some of that same burnt orange washi tape at the bottom, and then I will be moving on to my first weekly dashboard. Usually when I do Plan With Me videos, I have everything sketched out beforehand, but I decided right at this moment that I was going to also include my weekly dashboard setup. I chose these photos because the colors are really warm and the whole vibe just reminded me of summertime. And when I think of summertime, I think of road trips and friendship and just having a really good time. So I decided to use these photos to kind of encapsulate that whole feeling. I meant to write the entire word dashboard here, but I quickly realized that I didn't give myself enough room. So I decided to abbreviate it to dash, and then I put number 1 for the first week of July. Similar to my habit tracker, I decided to forego the ruler and freehand my weekly dashboard outline. I did realize afterwards that the box for Monday is 1 dot shorter than the rest of them, but that's okay because I don't really have much going on that Monday anyway. I think that's a great part about bullet journaling is that you're allowed to make mistakes. You can make a box 1 dot shorter, or you can completely mess up spelling a word, and it'll be okay. You just have to learn how to adapt and roll with your mistakes and how to quote-unquote fix it to make it as great as you really want it to be. I was a little indecisive about what to put down here in this corner, but I finally decided to use some of Nicole Josephine's flower stickers. I think they're really cute and they match the whole color scheme I have going on this page. And if you guys didn't know already, I'm actually a PR rep for Nicole Josephine. If you want to purchase something on her Etsy shop, be sure to use my code JournalWithRay10 to get 10% off your order. As I was wrapping up this spread, I thought I could use a little extra detail, so I decided to use some of Bujo Kayla's little circle stickers. And I also decided to write the word honey with a period at the end next to the flowers at the bottom. The last spread I'm going to be including in this July setup is a half-page daily spread. I do half-page dailies, which means I do 2 days on 1 page, and here I will be setting up the days for July 1st and July 2nd. As soon as I put down this washi tape sticker, I knew that I didn't want it on that spot of the page. I had a hard time picking it up while I was on camera, so I went off camera really quick and moved that piece of washi tape. Here I am pasting down one final photo for my July setup. It's a picture of a jean pocket and embroidered it says Cherry Bomb. I really like the colors that were used to embroider the word Cherry Bomb. It just was really fun and kind of vintage and very summery, and I just really enjoyed that, so I had to include it in my monthly setup. Now I'm just adding some finishing touches to finish off this spread. I already added some stickers by Bujo Kayla. I'm currently lettering the words to do on both Monday and Tuesday, and I will be adding some washi tape and a printable sticker from Shea Barton. In all honesty, I am very relieved that I like how this daily turned out. My last daily spread, which was for Friday and Saturday, today's Saturday when I'm filming this, and I just really didn't like the colors and I wasn't inspired by that page, so I actually haven't even filled it out yet for Friday or today on Saturday. So I'm thrilled that I like the colors and the layout of this page, and I'm excited to use it. And that's it. We've made it to the end. I'm going to do a quick flip through and then I will see you in my next video. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!